it's interesting because I think the media does play such a powerful role in what people see and do. I mean, I know as myself as a kid, I was inspired to go and train for the Coast to Coast because I saw it on the news in teenage years, and I thought, wow, that's an event that I'd like to one day go and do. So I did the multi-sport event from Kamara to Sumner, based off what I saw on the TV news. I think one of the things that exists in women's sport is you can't be what you can't see. It's a very common saying. And I think one of the things I learned from a student that did a placement with me 2 years ago was that women and girls are very much motivated by people they know in their community that they can see have gone on to do something special or amazing. So if those people aren't getting video coverage or news coverage or magazine coverage, how are these stories of inspirational women getting to our rangatahi, our young girls? And the sad fact is that the international sports media, of what's picked up, only 4% globally is women's sport in the sports media. In New Zealand, that's better. It's 15% at the moment. It's picked up on sports media that covers women's sport. But imagine if that was 50-50, imagine if women's sport, and we're not going to imagine it because we're going to get there, had 50% equality on what was covered in the sports news. How much more inspirational footage and content would be there for our females and our young women and all women and men. Men are inspired by women performing as well, but the connection would be there for so many young people to see a pathway to what they could potentially go on and do. And the reason that's different is because young men or boys are inspired by superstars, sports stars. They could be inspired by Ronaldo but not necessarily know who he is or which country he plays for, so but that's not the case for females. It's much more in your backyard, in your back door, and people that they know around them. So that's why it's so important to make sure these people are in the media being covered and their stories are being told, and females can find that connection with their superstars who are more local to them.